The turn of the millennium marked the democratization of the supercar. Don't believe me? Think about it this way. Getting Porsche 959 levels of performance for less than $100,000 in the 90s would have been impossible. Today, high performance is everywhere, and it's more affordable than ever. The 2000s have given us some exceptional performance machines, and with the new decade just around the corner, we thought it might be a good idea to take a look at some of the best supercars from the last 20 years that won't cost you a kidney. While most modern-day supercars are well out of the budget of normal folks, these types of vehicles have been around for long enough that you can find a healthy number available to purchase used. Hello, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new and enjoy our content, make sure to support our channel where we'll be posting the best car content regularly. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be notified whenever we upload. Without further ado, let's dive right into today's video. Number 1. Akura NSX. When most people think of supercars, it's European brands that first come to mind, your Lamborghinis and Ferraris. But there's a whole big world out there, and some of the best supercars, both new and old, come from places far from Italy. The Akura NSX is one such supercar. Hailing from Japan, this high-powered dart is hailed around the world as a supremely good drive. And even brand new, it is still a lot more affordable than most others on this list. For under $50,000, you can get behind the wheel of one of the early to mid-90s year models, many of which show in less than 100k miles on the odometer. And that's a pretty excellent prospect when you consider that this car was designed with input from none other than Ayrton Senna, and has advanced aerodynamics and styling inspired by F-16 fighter jets. Number 2. Audi R8. It's hard to believe the Audi R8 has been around for so long. Introduced in 2008 with a 420 HP naturally aspirated V8 and Quattro all-wheel drive, it was Audi's first halo car since the original Quattro itself. It was also lauded as the first supercar you could use every day. A V10 version eventually came along, and the 2014 refresh added Audi's lightning-fast S-tronic dual-clutch transmission. The original R8, which some would say is a future classic, is now a bargain and one of the most affordable supercars on the used market. Number 3. Porsche 900 Turbo 996. The 996 generation Porsche 911 might be the one history forgets. Its headlights deviated from the classic circular Porsche formula in a bad way, and the rear end looked saggy. A light facelift in the early 2000s rectified some of the problems with the 996 looks, but it also introduced the 996 Turbo, with 414 HP on tap and all-wheel drive. The 996 Turbo was one of the most powerful 911s ever made. And now, almost 18 years later, they make great budget supercar killers. Number 4. Nissan GTR. The Nissan GTR isn't famous for being a supercar as much as it's being a supercar killer. That's how Godzilla got its nickname. Anyway, nearly a decade into its lifespan, the R35 GTR will still bend your brain and rewrite your definition of the word fast. The twin-turbo V6 under its hood has been revised to make more power and torque over time. But the first R35 still made 478 HP, plenty to keep you entertained in the canyons or slingshot you down a narrow straight highway. The GTR was once considered a budget supercar slayer with its sub 100k starting price, but these days, expect to pay at least 113k for a new one. Thanks to depreciation, however, you can score a used GTR for well under 100k. Number 5. Bentley Continental GT. Although it isn't a supercar in the classical sense, the Bentley Continental GT still came with a supercar-worthy engine. The twin-turbocharged W12 in the Conti made 552 HP and was regularly upgraded. eventually churning out 700 HP in the Continental Supersport Send-Off Special Edition. There are plenty of versions of the Continental to choose from, so whether it's a V8 coupe or a convertible with the W12, there's probably a Bentley under 100k out there for you. Number 6. Porsche Cayman GT4 981. For so long, conspiracy theorists thought the Porsche Cayman would never get its day in the sun, always hampered by the shadow of its older brother, the 911. That all changed in 2015 when the 981 Cayman GT4 was announced. It came with a 350 horsepower flat six, a 6-speed manual, and options like carbon ceramic brakes and carbon bucket seats originally found in the 918. All this excellence made it one of the best drivers cars money could buy in 2015, and it still is today. And this covers our list of the best affordable supercars that you could get for under $100,000. Thank you for tuning in, and as always, I'll see you all in the next one.